To build anything that truly lasts, it takes time.
French military and the intelligence sources have uncovered an alleged disinformation campaign orchestrated by China to damage the global reputation and sales of France's Rafale fighter jets. And according to reports, China used its embassies to spread misinformation about the Rafale jets, especially after their successful deployment by India during Operation Sindoor against Pakistan. Now, the campaign targeted countries that had already placed orders for the French-made jets, urging them to reconsider and instead opt for Chinese-made alternatives. Chinese defense attaches reportedly lobbied foreign governments aiming to undermine the credibility of the Rafales and redirect potential sales towards the Chinese aircraft. These efforts come at a time when Rafale exports have become a significant revenue stream for France's defense sector and a key tool strengthening diplomatic ties, particularly with nations like India. Let's in fact take a look at how China misled the entire world and is leading this disinformation campaign. Here are some of the pointers that we are highlighting for you. This is as per the French intel sources. Attack number 1, China wants to damage Rafale's reputation. That's what China is aiming to do, and that's why it is running this misinformation campaign. Targeted disinformation campaign by China. This is what the intel sources, French intel sources have highlighted, exposing China's role in this disinformation campaign to bring down the reputation of the Rafale jets and to, of course, shift the entire focus on the Chinese-made aircrafts. Attack number 3, campaign by the Chinese embassies and diplomats. So the Chinese embassies and diplomats are involved in running this campaign against the Rafale jets. Attack number 4, attempt to discourage purchase of Rafale. Now this is to discourage the nations that have already placed orders for the Rafale jets and of course to impact the French defense sector. Attack number 5, attempt to market Chinese planes. So instead of Rafale, they're trying to shift or divert the focus towards Chinese planes, and that's why they're running this misinformation campaign. Now, while China's fake claims against the Rafale have been exposed, let's revisit what Congress leaders had previously said about the Rafale fighter jet. Take a look.
ఈ రోజు మన దేశం కాదని ఇతర దేశాల నుంచి రాఫెల్ యుద్ధ విమానాలను కొనుగోలు చేసిన మోడీ గారు మీరు జవాబు చెప్పండి. మన పాకిస్తాన్ తో జరిగిన యుద్ధంలో ఎన్ని రాఫెల్ యుద్ధ విమానాలు పాకిస్తాన్ నేలగూల్చిందో మీరు లెక్క చెప్పండి. గొప్పల కోసం వేల కోట్ల రూపాయల కాంట్రాక్టులు మీకు కావాల్సిన వాళ్ళకి ఇచ్చి ఇయాల రాఫెల్ యుద్ధ విమానాలు కొన్నారు. అవెందుకు నేలగూలినాయో ఇయాల ప్రజలకు సమాధానం చెప్పాలి.
ऐसी बहुत सारी राफेल गिराए गए, ऐसी चर्चा है, तो सरकार ने स्पष्टीकरण देना चाहिए कि हमारा ये नुकसान नहीं हुआ, हमारा फायदा हुआ. ये सच्चाई है. हमने इतना पाकिस्तान का नुकसान किया है, भारत का कुछ नहीं हुआ है, बता देना चाहिए.
Well, China has become Pakistan's largest supplier of defense equipment. Reports reveal that nearly 60% of Pakistan's army weapons are made in China, highlighting the strong defense ties between the two nations. From advanced arms to missile technology, China's influence is shaping Pakistan's military capabilities. Chinese-backed systems are also integral to Pakistan's air defense infrastructure. Meanwhile, the Press Information Bureau has debunked a false claim that is being circulated by Pakistan regarding the loss of Indian Air Force pilots. Pakistan had alleged that India confirmed the loss of 4 Indian Air Force pilots, including those 3 Rafale jets, those who were flying the Rafale jets. However, PIB has clarified that the government of India has issued no such statement, labeling the claim as baseless. The PIB has also urged the public to be cautious of misinformation and to always cross-verify claims with official sources before sharing or believing them. Now, China's anti-Rafale plot has been exposed. BJP is questioning the Chinese defense arms. Chinese equipments have been hit hard during Operation Sindoor, which is what we saw, and that's the reason why, because India deployed its best in the operation. Operation Sindoor, which included the Rafale jets. We were able to hit targets in Pakistan. That in a way exposes the kind of weapons that China is supplying to Pakistan, that exposes China completely. Now, we have a lot of reactions coming in. Trinamool Congress leader and member of Parliament Mahua Moitra has also moved the Supreme Court. Before we get you more reactions, let's listen into how the BJP is responding to this entire issue.
It raises serious questions with regard to defense issues. But what India and our armed forces have done very bravely, which is during Operation Sindoor, gone ahead and sent out a clear message to Pakistan that terrorism and this kind of status quo will not be permitted to exist. And what our armed forces, very important functionaries, have pointed out, that we were fighting a war on multiple fronts, and a lot of equipment from China, including their aircraft and all, were the ones in question. The experts concerned are the ones who would be the best persons to comment on it.
We have Mohit joining us in the broadcast with more details. Mohit, this has led to a war of words with the ecosystem also being questioned now. The BJP, of course, is upping the ante.
Well, yes, in fact, Swati, and during the time of Operation Sindoor, when India hit back at the terror camps of Pakistan, certain questions were being floated by the propaganda handles from outside the country, from the Middle East country, Pakistan, China, that how there has been downing of few Indian Rafale fighter jets, but that was not the case, because Indian government has clearly stated that there has not been no statement of that coming from India. And recently also, as Pakistani propaganda handles were posing the same news again, we saw that how PIB has come out with a fact check. But yes, it is a plan by the China and the French agencies have uncovered it, that how exactly they are trying to mislead the world, that how exactly Pakistan has hit at India and how Rafales were down, but that is not the case. So it was a propaganda by China, and the defense attaches, the various their ambassadors, and also people who were working there in embassy were used in this particular propaganda, that how exactly the Chinese-made jets, Chinese-made equipments, weapons are far superior than Rafale. And it comes at a time when we all know the might of Rafale, that how exactly India has used Rafale against Pakistan, how Pakistan is scared of India having Rafale. So clearly that was an agenda by Chinese, and how they used their embassy members for this, how they tried to lobby with the significant people in various countries they were posted. But now it has been exposed by the French agencies, and this particular propaganda led to massive political fight over here in India.
Well, absolutely. China is trying to cash in this opportunity, Mohit, it's evident, but missing out on a very important fact. The fact that India gave a befitting response and Pakistan was not able to defend itself. That's the reason why you started getting calls from the DGMO asking for a ceasefire. Now, China, of course, is focusing on increasing the sales of its weapons. It's focusing more on the situation which it thinks would be able to cash in as an opportunity for its defense sector. Mohit.
Well, yes, in fact, and as you were rightly pointing out, Swati, that how Pakistan imports rather all their defense equipments from Pakistan. We know the Pakistan have, they are all Chinese made. China has completely gone inside the economy of Pakistan, whether it's about the infrastructure or the defense. So all the Chinese equipments are being used by Pakistan, and hence when the Operation Sindoor was going on, there was the fight between India and Pakistan. China used this opportunity to spread a propaganda that how Pakistan has downed certain Indian Rafales, how Indian fighter pilots have been killed, but that has not happened. India has clarified that, right, and also have fact-checked Pakistan many a time that this kind of
well, questions also being now raised on the stand that was taken by the ecosystem. Was that also made in China? Is what the BJP is also asking now. Mohit, stay on with us. We have RSN Singh joining us on the broadcast. RSN Singh, a misinformation campaign being run by China. Embassies involved, it's diplomats trying to lobby and use this as an opportunity to divert attention, or rather put more focus on the Chinese aircrafts, trying to increase sale by bringing on the reputation of the Rafales.
Yeah, we are all aware of it. In fact, in the thick of Operation Sindoor, the prices of Chinese, made defense equipment, oblique weapons had come down, especially their fighter aircraft. the J series aircraft. So I think that was not the only reason. I remember that ever since we made a decision to acquire Rafales from France, certain politicians, certain political parties, certain members of the judiciary, they were all leveraged to somehow, put Rafale in bad light. And that continued. So that was during Operation Sindoor. It is very difficult, to, you make insinuations against an equipment. How do you come out? You really can't, you can't say yes, you cannot say no. So that kind of a dilemma was there, but now things are very clear. So it was being insinuated, Rafale gir gaya, Rafale maar diya Pakistan ne. What do you say when the war is on?
Right. So you're saying the ecosystem's agenda was also made in China?
Yeah, absolutely. And absolutely. There are any number of Chinese proxies here in India, not from now, right from 1947 and even before. So that was the case, and there were many people who were batting for China. Even now they are batting for China. Because, see, we are one of the major, powers in the region. So they were trying to portray that Chinese equipment, had better off, the Indian arsenal. So that still continues.
Right.
But one thing is there that I'm happy that it has come out in the public domain.
All right. RSN Singh, thank you very much for speaking with us. Thank you for sharing your perspective with us. We're moving on now, shifting our focus to